Hey guys, today I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and instead of my usual review of the day, because frankly the day wasn't that exciting. It was the first day back at work after a long weekend that had its share of highs and lows. I thought I would actually give you guys 10 things I'm not sorry for. And what really inspired this was today I was scrolling through some old images and videos, and I saw a video from this summer. I went on a boat cruise on the Hudson, and we happened to be there around like sunset and at night, and there was this beautiful photo of the Statue of Liberty. And it immediately got me thinking about what's going on in our country today, how years and more years later, we're all still fighting for basic freedoms. And I really got to thinking, like, I am not sorry. I'm not sorry for who I am. There are so many things I'm not sorry for, and I don't think you should be. I actually think some people apologize too much. You should apologize for things you truly are apologetic for, where you've definitely done wrong, but apologizing for who you are is completely ridiculous. So that being said, I wanted to give you guys 10 things I'm not sorry for. I should have said 11 and added the fact that I have like the worst memory ever. So I had to write this down. So that'll be my number 11. But number 10 is vocally disliking the state of our union. I can't walk around and pretend I'm happy with the way things are going. I can't pretend that, honestly, like, I feel like I distrust people, and it's something that I'm trying to get past. But one way I'm trying to work through this is trying to be more informed and understanding like what's real and what's not, and what are small ways that I can be impactful to start. But I also think that there's value to thinking at a larger scale when it comes to things like this. It's easy to say, oh, I really can't do anything. I can't really impact change, so I'm not going to do anything at all. But you have to start somewhere. So that's something I'm working through. And actually, one of the first things I'm going to do, because I think one of the biggest challenges in our country is education and giving young people access to people from all backgrounds and how they've chosen to pursue their lives and their passions, is I'm going to go to some local schools. Hopefully I can round up some friends and just talk to the kids about our career, our path, how we made the choices, where we came from, and where we want to be. And I think outside of, what people read in books and they see in the environments that they're in, giving them the opportunity to see things outside of that. So that's one way I think that I can be impactful initially in my community. And I do challenge you all also to try similar things to that. I think it would be an interesting experiment. And I have to give like a small shout out to someone I met briefly at a dinner. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants to do that, but he's a dude. He went to Duke. I think we're around the same age, and he threw this out there as an idea around, I think, the election time, and I thought it was a great idea. And I just happened to meet a teacher recently, so it was a perfect opportunity to take advantage of it. So I'm absolutely not apologetic for how I feel about the state of our country today, but I'm also unapologetic about what I'm doing to try to impact change. Number 9 is I'm not sorry for being willing to share and demonstrate my skills. And you guys have heard me say this before, but there's no shame for me in showing off what I'm capable of and what I can do given the opportunity. Like, nobody's jumping up and down saying, hey Fozia, tell me what you think. You have to be willing to take those chances and demonstrate your knowledge. So I'm really completely, I have absolutely no shame when it comes to demonstrating my skills and showing what I can do. I have to apologize to the light. We have these weird, well, they're not weird, they're supposed to be good lights down here, and they go out all the time, so it started flickering. Anyways, so number 8, I have to say, I'm really sorry for not being like a happy liker. So if you see me on social media, whether it's like Facebook or Instagram, I'm like a quick liker. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh no, I don't want to be the first person to like, or oh, they just posted that, I won't like it, I won't share it. If I see somebody in my circle doing something well, I will always share the information. I will always support them. I will always like it. I'll always root for them, because regardless of whether they're doing something I'm interested in, if they're doing something that contributes to the greater good, that's interesting, that they're following their passion, I'm always going to cheer for them no matter what. I'm always going to support them, because that's what I think we should all do. We should all lift each other up. This is slightly vain, but number 7, I am completely unapologetic for my curly, kinky, coily hair. And this has been kind of funny for me, because sometimes at work, I put my hair back in this bun, which doesn't look so sleek anymore, and people will say things like, oh, your hair looks so neat when you wear it like that. I'm like, really, guys? What does it look like any other time? Actually, wait. I don't actually care what you think it looks like any other time. So I do whatever I want. If I want to wrap it up, I'll wrap it up. But honestly, I'm not apologizing to you because my hair isn't what you're used to seeing. Get used to it. Number 6, I would have to say, is I'm not apologetic about my curiosity for the world. I've always, ever since I was young, I always said, by the time I'm this age, I'm going to speak 10 languages and travel all over the world. And you know what? I haven't quite gotten to 10 languages. I have a relative understanding, well, I'm fluent in one, have a strong understanding of about 3, and have like a somewhat understanding of a couple more. So I've got a ways to go. But I've also done quite a bit of traveling around the world. I have more to explore, more to visit, and that's how I choose to spend my money. But the value for me to my curiosity is understanding and being able to see things from alternative perspectives. And that's contributed to me being able to take action on those things, not just in my personal life, but also in work. It's what inspired my business that my sister and I are starting together. It's all inspired by the people in the world around us and the ingenuity of everyone around us. So without that curiosity, I would have never had the opportunity to gain that exposure. And that's something I won't sacrifice that. I think there's value to exploring and being curious, whether you're in your own backyard, you're exploring your neighborhood, or you're exploring the entire world. All right, number 5. So, oh, can you even see this? I'm really bad at this. Whatever. Number 5. I'm not apologetic for being imperfect. You'll see from these videos, some days look better than others, but you know what? Whatever. None of us are perfect. I don't always look perfect. I definitely don't always sound perfect. I don't always find the best solution, but I'm just trying every day to do the best I can. So, that's something I'm recently accepting more about myself. I've got some ways to go, but I'm not sorry for being imperfect. Number 4. Sorry, I'm being silly. Number 4 is I'm not apologetic for my body. I remember a couple of times in different places I've worked, I felt like, oh, I can't wear that, or I can't do this because people look at me differently. But now I see it in a very different way. It's not that I'm dressing differently or being more provocative. It's just that I simply don't feel a need to make other people comfortable with my body. That's not my job. It's not my responsibility. And honestly, most of the time, people who have any discomfort with different body types are people who aren't even comfortable in their own skin. So I'm not apologetic for who I am, because I think they need to spend some time focusing on being happy with who they are. Number 3, I am not apologetic for being intelligent. And am I the smartest person in the world? Absolutely not. What I'm not apologetic for is demonstrating my intelligence and wanting to be known as someone who is intelligent and having people respect me for that. Number two, and this is something I had to learn over time, was I'm not apologetic about being uncomfortable, but also about letting other people know when they've overstepped or when something that they say or the way they see something might not actually be the way that something is. And I'm not like going around, you know, like chopping heads every time people say things. That's really not what it is, but it's just making help. I consider it helping. They might not consider it helping people to be more aware of how some of their biases might shape their opinions of the world. So I'll give an example. I remember one time in my first job out of college, it was after the Super Bowl, and I think Bruce Springsteen performed maybe and his band or something. So afterwards, you know, people came to work and they were like, oh, did you see the Super Bowl? I'm like, yeah, I don't really care about the Super Bowl. They're like, oh, but Bruce Springsteen and so performed. And I was like, who is that? And there was another woman in my department and she was Dominican and she's like, I have no idea who that band is. And one of the other women in the department said, wow, you guys are so ignorant. How could you not know who that is? And I had to say, whoa, pump your brakes. You don't know every musician that I know. You don't know everything that's applicable to my culture and who I am. So why do you think that it's okay for you to call me ignorant because I'm not informed about every artist who is relevant to you? It doesn't make any sense, and none of us should expect that we know every single thing about each other's cultures. It's just that we should be tolerant that we all come from different places, and because of that we'll have different perspectives, different experiences, different views of like what's important and what's relevant to us. And I don't think she realized that until someone said it to her. Now, will she say something offensive like that again? Absolutely. But I wasn't going to let that slide and let her think just because I'm not informed about her culture that we're ignorant, because I guarantee you we know way more about her culture and history than she ever knew or will ever know about ours. And this is a bit silly, but my number one today, thing that I'm totally unapologetic for, is I know you guys have heard me talk about my golden milk. Well, today, I'm not sorry for spiking my golden milk. I put a little bit of bourbon in it and it is so good. I really can't do this every night. This really defeats the purpose of it being a healthy drink that helps to balance your hormones. But tonight, I wanted to have a drink, and I consider this multitasking because I killed two birds with one stone. In any case, ignore me guys. I'm being ridiculous tonight. Trust me, I've only had one of these. It was only up to here, so it's really not even that much anyway. But have a wonderful night. Comment below on 10 things you're completely unapologetic for. Say sorry, not sorry, or whatever you want to do, and keep pushing forward and be confident. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.